one day you wake up and don't recognize yourself anymore. You haven't changed, but you've slowly disconnected from yourself over time. You're still getting everything done, the laundry, cooking, errands. You're showing up, but you just don't feel like you, not the productive, composed, I'm fine you, the real you. You ignore what you're feeling. You commit to things you have no desire to be a part of. You eat what others are eating instead of what's best for you. I had no idea how disconnected I was until my body was screaming at me and I simply couldn't ignore it anymore. Doing all the right things wasn't enough because at the end of the day, I was still overriding what I actually felt. All of the small self-betrayals, they don't feel like a big deal in the moment. And that's why it's so dangerous, because it's not one tiny decision. It's 1,000 tiny decisions that build up to your body screaming at you. And eventually you stop trusting yourself. You can't even hear yourself think anymore. And then that just becomes your new normal. If you're like me, you probably have a morning routine. You indulge in a few mindset hacks, but you keep wondering why they fall short, why you still feel disconnected from your body. You know what I've come to realize? It's because they're built on top of a version of you that's not fully connected. And it's really, really difficult to build a life that feels good on top of a version that is abandoning yourself on some level. So instead of trying to fix your energy through exhaustive routines, I want you to focus on something that's a little more uncomfortable, and that is telling yourself the truth in real time. So what does that look like? I want you to pause when you're about to say yes but feel resistance, or when you're reaching for food but something feels off, and when you feel that tightness in your chest and want to push past it. And when you pause, very simply ask yourself, is this truly what I want? Or is this just merely a distraction from my deeper truth? Believe me, I am no expert in this advice. It has taken me years to get here, and I don't always succeed. But if you ask yourself that question, you will hear the answer. You might not like what you hear, because it might mean disappointing someone or changing something in your relationship, or admitting you're just not as happy as you're telling everyone you are, worse off yourself. This is how you come back, not by becoming new, but rather by stopping the moments where you leave yourself behind. This is significant because your disconnection is the result of protecting the version of you that's trying to stay safe, rather than the version of you that actually feels true. Let this sink in. Even if something feels really uncomfortable or emotionally or physically, your nervous system still might feel more comfortable in that space than if you actually voice your truth and live it. If you're wondering when, where, how you even became disconnected from yourself, that's why I created my Body Breakthrough Audit. It's where we look at your patterns, your energy, your relationship, your health, and identify where you're subtly working against yourself, so you can actually start reconnecting in a way that feels real and true to you. I'll leave a link below if you're ready for that. Let me know down below how disconnection is showing up for you these days, as it can show up in myriad of ways. Thanks for tuning in, ladies. I'll see you in the next one.